DSS detained me for 3 years without charge for attending Kanu'S trial, says a student. Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for tuning in and listening to this headline that we got your ears this morning. Well, as our headline for this morning says here, that DSS detained me for 3 years without charge for attending Kanu'S trial, says a student. We have it that on July 2021, Chinonso Oyebi, a final year student of computer science at Ebonyi State University, was arrested along with 30 others, including a lawyer, barrister Pius Anwoke of Kogi State, as they returned to the east from Abuja after attending the trial of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. How did you end up at Wawa Military Cantonment? On July 26, 2021, we were returning from Abuja. On reaching Murtala Mohammed Bridge, Kogi, we saw a military checkpoint. They stopped us and asked us to wait patiently. That DSS officials were coming from Abuja and were looking for one Sienna. We waited for about 30 minutes, and when they arrived, they asked us to return to our vehicles. After we obeyed them, they asked us to bring our phones. We gave them, and they started dialing some numbers on the phones because they came with a piece of paper with certain phone numbers written on it, but I didn't see it well enough to pick out the actual numbers written on the paper. They dialed this number on all the phones, and when they didn't find anything, they returned them to us. They left discussed amongst themselves and returned to request our phones a second time. They conducted their search again, but still did not find anything. The officers returned our phones and held another brief conversation amongst themselves. They returned to us and asked us to surrender our phones. This was the third time. They still did not find anything, and this time they asked if any of us had an extra phone, but we told them no one did. Then they proceeded to search the entire vehicles, our pockets and our bags. While searching our bags, they found an extra battery in one person's possession. This was Ojima Kenneth. They asked Kenneth about the device using the battery, and he told them he was with the extra battery because his power issues as the current battery had a short lifespan. However, the officers said this was a lie, claiming he had either thrown the phone using the battery away or hidden it in the vehicle. Almost immediately, the officers started to beat him, hitting him with cassava stick. They claimed he had an extra phone, but he insisted he had none. And actually, he was not with any other phone because we slept next to each other and we didn't see him with one. From there, they tied our hands like common criminals and took us from the spot to the DSS office in Lokoja, where we were in their cell till the next day, July 27, when they placed handcuffs on our hands and took us back to the DSS office in Abuja. Before we got to the DSS office in Abuja, they blindfolded us and we didn't even know we were heading there. When we got there, they took us inside and collected everything we had: our phones, clothes, jewelry, money, etc. They took us to an underground cell called Basement 2. We were in the cell for close to a week before interrogation started. They asked several questions to confirm if we were Eastern Security Network (ESN), but how could we agree to what we were not? After so much interrogation, on the eve of September 22, they came to our cell. There were about 30 of us or more in the cell, and as they called some people and took them out of the cell, they brought more people. By the time they brought more people, there were 26 of us. The next day, September 23, before dawn, they came with handcuffs and leg cuffs. They opened the cell, called us in twos, chained us together with the cuffs and led us outside. They said we are going to the military for investigation, and when we were done, they would bring us back. They took us to Wawa Military Cantonment, Niger State, and we were there until we got our freedom. Our actual offense was not made known to us because I kept asking and they never stated it. Another thing they told us was that the person who asked them to arrest us would tell us our offense when we get to Abuja, but that never happened. What took you to Abuja at the time? I only went to Abuja to attend the trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. I was a 400 level student who just wanted to witness a proceeding and hear what they were talking about. The matter was of public interest and I wanted to see what was going on. How did this arrest affect your academics? It affected me badly because I have been out of school for so long. I have missed many things that I wouldn't like to remember right now. There are many losses. I just want to look for a way to fix myself and get things under control again. What was life like? What was life like for you in Wawa? Life in Wawa is not something to talk about. People are being maltreated without help there. As we speak, some people left there are completely emaciated. There is no food, no water. Not that there is no water, but they purposely starve inmates just for punishment. And when they do serve food, the quantity is ridiculous. Besides the food, people are also not allowed to step out of their cells for stunning. One could stay inside for weeks, months, or even years without being allowed to step into the sun. Many unjust things are happening in the facility. Nigerians are being treated like ordinary animals. Life there is hard and many citizens are being dumped there unjustly. Lots of destinies and careers are being wasted there. They can't charge people to court but would continue to keep them there, even for an offense that if the person should appear before a judge for the suspect would be released immediately. People are suffering there and a lot of them need help. But that is not all but what I can say for you concerning this headline today this morning, which says here that DSS detained me for 3 years without charge for attending Kanu'S trial. A student is saying how she was detained by the DSS just for attending an Nnamdi Kanu trial. Because the DSS, she thought that her and I think it was her fellow student or her brother, she thought that they were ESN. Because they took their phones, search, and search, they did not see anything. Just to find a second battery that did not even belong to any phone. No. They took them to that DSS detention, and there they kept them for 3 years. That to me, that is very it's very painful. Looking at the comment section that I have over here, this person Chukwueze Julio says, I am speechless. Same as me, I am very speechless because this is wickedness. This is wickedness to the highest level. This woman says that a lot of careers are lost in that place because there's nothing there. Food and water, even the food they will give you as a prisoner is ridiculous. They don't even release the prisoners for sunning, for sun, vitamin D to touch their skin, their bones. No, people can stay in that dark, empty cell for weeks, months, or even years, and nothing will solve. All on the name of DSS. Like Ukuofo Chukwunka says that this is another hell in Nigeria in the name of DSS. Abio, this is another hell in Nigeria entirely, just in the name of DSS. The federal government should better look into this because if I'm that girl, I will sue the entire DSS to court. Seriously, I will sue them to court. They will not go scot free because they allow me to miss a lot of things in my school. University students speaking, Or what do you guys think? Let me see your comment below in the comment section, and don't forget to leave a like on this video. Then tap that subscribe button, here's the big red one, and the notification bell, so that anytime I have any new video concerning this, you will be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day ahead of you.